Now we will learn about how to factorize a cubic polynomial. Okay, a cubic polynomial means the degree is 3, right? So let us understand. I have taken a cubic polynomial here. First of all, write that polynomial in standard form. Standard form means what? Decreasing power of variable. And then what we do? We multiply the coefficient of x cube and the constant term. Okay, here the coefficient is 1, so if you multiply you get 2. Okay, then we will write all the factors of 2. Okay, what are the factors of 2? Factors of 2 are 1 and 2, and we will take both signs, plus minus. So plus 1, minus 1, plus 2 and minus 2. So these are the 4 factors of 2. Now what we will do, we will use our factor theorem, right? Factor theorem says that if you put a value of x in a polynomial, and if the value of that polynomial becomes 0, it means x minus that value is a factor of that polynomial. So let us try out that. Suppose if we put x is equal to plus 1, right? So what will happen? Your p1 will be what? It will be 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 2. So 1 minus 1 cancel, minus 2 plus 2 cancel. So in first attempt only we have got the value 0. Okay, it may happen that in first attempt we will not get the value 0. So you try the next factor, and then I think either in 2 to 3 attempts you will get the value of x, right? And plus minus 1, major chances are there plus minus 1 or plus minus 2 will be the factor of the polynomial. Okay, so we know that plus 1 is the factor, so this px will be divided by x minus 1. If plus 1, if after putting value plus 1 and we are getting value as 0, then which is the factor? X minus 1 is the factor, right? So what we will do, our next step will be take x minus 1 and then we will divide the original polynomial. Correct? Either by long term or synthetic, whatever method you take. Okay, and because it's a simple polynomial, so I am taking a long term division. So it is like x square x cube minus x square, so it will cancel. It will be like minus x square minus x plus 2 minus x plus x minus 2x plus 2 minus 2 . Right? So we are getting 0 at the end, means this is a factor and this is correct. So we can write px as x minus 1 multiplied by the quotient, which is x square minus x minus 2. Right? You can apply the same method to a quadratic polynomial also. Okay, suppose we want to factorize this, right? So let us take gx as x square minus x minus 2. Again here my coefficient is 1 and it is 2. So again the factors are plus minus 1. Okay, so what will happen here? Let us see. If we put value as 1, if we put 1, it will get 1 minus 1 minus 2, which is not equal to 0. What about g minus 1? It will be 1 plus 1 minus 2, 0. So we have got minus 1 as a factor here. So for this polynomial, x minus 1, x plus 1 will be the factor. If you divide this polynomial by x plus 1, what you will get? I am just writing the answer, but you should divide and then get. It will be x minus 1, it will be there from here, and x plus 1 From here, what is left here is x minus 2. If you divide this polynomial by x plus 1, you will get x minus 2. So this is my factorization of cubic polynomial. Let us take another example. Here we have a polynomial x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. Okay, so if you multiply the first coefficient and the last one, we will get 20, and factors of 20 are what? 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. Okay, so these are the factors, and we will take both signs, plus also and minus also. Okay, but just you need to use a little bit of common sense here. If you use plus sign, plus factor of in any number here, okay, you will never get 0, because everything is in plus only. So we will try only for negative numbers. Okay, plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 will not give me 0 here. So let us try first minus 1. So p minus 1 will be what? Minus 1 plus 13 minus 32 plus 20. So it is like 13 plus 20 is 33, and 32 and 1 is also 33. See, so you can minimize your attempts by just applying a common sense, okay, whether to use the plus number or a minus number, right? So we have got minus 1 as my factor. So which is my factor? X plus 1 will be the factor of this one. So x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. Now what we will do? Divide simply. So x square, x cube plus x square is 12x square plus 32x this is 20x plus 20. Right, so we have got our px as x plus 1 x square plus 12x plus 20, right? So now for quadratic, either you can apply the same method or you can apply the factorization method by splitting the middle term. In this case I am finding it easier, so we can say x square plus 10x plus 2x plus 20 x plus 10 x plus 2. Correct? Okay, now we will talk about algebraic identities. Identities are basically formula which are already proven, and we will use it to proceed further or to solve any problem. These are the 4 basic identities that we have already learned in earlier classes, which is like x plus y the whole square, which is x square plus y square plus 2xy, x minus y the whole square, x square minus y square, very important here, and x plus a x plus b is equal to x square a plus bx plus ab. Okay, so our next identity is of 3 variables. Okay, suppose we have x plus y plus z square. Okay, now either you learn it, or if you know how to expand it, that will also work. But if you learn it, it will give you, it will save your time here. So see how to learn this. It will be like x square plus y square plus z square, taking square of all the variables and then taking 2 variables at a time. 2xy plus 2xz plus 2yz, right? So first I took xy at one place, then xz at one place, yz one place, and 2 is there. Very simple. Okay, now the modification of this formula is, suppose we have got x minus y plus z square. Then what we have to do, we have to just replace y by minus y everywhere. So what we can do here is, you can write it like x plus of minus y, both are same thing, right? What we have done, taking minus y into the bracket, adding plus outside. Now it is in the form of x plus y plus z. The only difference is, here it was y, here it is minus y. So what I will do, we will write the same formula, x square plus minus y square plus z square plus 2x minus y plus 2xz plus 2 minus yz. It will become x square minus y, the whole square is y square only, plus z square. It will be minus 2xy plus 2xz and minus 2yz. Okay, so you need to notice one thing, that whenever the negative sign is there, the square term will have no effect. Square term will be at it is, right? Only difference will be where you are getting single term y, right? So if you are getting y here, minus sign will come. Y was here, minus sign will come. Suppose there are two negative, suppose y and z both are negative, so we will put negative negative. So first of all, square will have no effect, but in the case where single y is there, it will be negative, single z will be there negative, and then y and z both are negative, so it will become positive, right? Try it, try out the various, the formula, various modifications, and you will also get to know how to expand it. Okay, now our next two sets of identities involving power as 3 cube, right? So x plus y the whole cube, you will, if you multiply x plus y into x plus y into x plus y, you will get this formula, x cube plus y cube plus 3xy x plus y, correct? So you will get this formula. Now if you replace y by minus y, you will get another formula. So if you replace y by minus y, this will become minus y cube, correct? Y by minus y, so it will be minus 3xy. Similarly, y by minus y, it will be x minus y. So both formulas are almost same, just negative sign will appear where y is there. Okay. Now from here, what I want to say is x cube plus y cube, right? From here, what we will get? We will get x plus y the whole cube minus 3xy. The whole term will go to left, right? So this is another formula involving cubic terms. Okay, there is another formula for x cube plus y cube, which is called as factorization formula. You need to remember that also, very useful. Okay, from here, because see, if you want to prove it, let us take it from here. Okay, you can take x plus y common. So what will be left? Here it will be x plus y whole square minus 3xy. Now you expand this. X square plus y square plus 2xy minus 3xy. So you will get x plus y, your x square plus y square, 2xy minus 3xy will give you minus xy. Correct? So remember this formula. This is called as factorization formula. Similarly, here if you want to find out this, it will be like x minus y the whole cube plus 3xy x minus y. Again, if you take x minus y as common, you will get x minus y square plus 3xy, which is x minus y x square plus y square minus 2xy plus 3xy. Minus 2xy plus 3xy will become plus xy. So this is the factorization formula. Okay, very useful. You need to remember all these formulas. Okay, another important identity is x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to x plus y plus z, and then x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus xz and minus yz. You need to remember this. Okay, so it's simple. There is a pattern here that first take x plus y plus z and all the squares, and then 2 at a time with negative sign. Okay, now this formula is basically used when there is the condition here. Suppose if I say x plus y plus z is equal to 0. Suppose we have three numbers x, y and z whose sum is equals to 0, then the whole RHS will become 0. So we will have x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to 0. From here we will get right. So let us take one example. You don't need to find the cubes of individual numbers if you know that x plus y plus z is equal to 0. Suppose let's say x is equal to 5, y is equal to 7 and z is equal to minus 12, and you are asked to find the value of 5 cube plus 7 cube plus minus 12 cube. Now in normal method what we do, we just simply find out the cubes and then we will add it together. But if you know this formula and if you know that if x plus y plus z is equal to 0, so you can take the sum here, 5 plus 7, 12, 12 minus 12, 0. So we can use this formula here, right? So what it will be? It will be simply 3, 5, 7 and minus 2. So it will be like what? It will be 15 multiplied by minus 84, and then you can simply multiply 15 and 84. Right? Check the value. I have just done it mentally, so it may be wrong, but fine. You can check it. Right? So this is how we can use the formula. Now let us take one example here where we will use one of the formula which we have just learned here. The question is to factorize all these terms. Okay, so the question is 2x square plus y square plus 8z square minus 2 root 2xy plus 4 root 2yz and minus 8xz. So which formula to use? See, we know that there are three variables x, y and z, and we know one formula with three variables and square terms are there. So one formula we know like this, which is x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2xz. Okay, let us find out whether it fits into this formula or not. So my first term is x square, and can we make the whole square here? it will become root 2x, so that root 2 square will become 2, x square will become x square. So we have got our first term here, root 2x. We can simply replace this x by root 2x. Let us check other numbers also. Y square is simply no issues in that. Here it is z square, it is 8z square. So z is there, but how can you make a square of something, right? So let us say a square is equal to 8. So a will be what? Square root of 8. You can simply write square root of 8, or what you can do, you can simplify and you can write 2 root 2, right? Same thing, because from 8 4 is there, and 4 square root of 4 is 2, so it will come out, so it will become 2 root 2. So we can write 2 root 2. Correct? Now let us find out. This is, now we will do, since x and y are there, so we will write x and y here only. But we know that plus 2 multiplied by root 2x and y, right? We have taken x and y term here, but negative sign is there, so we will check here. Now let us write the next term and then we will check where to come the negative sign. 4 root 2, but y and z, so y and z is there, so we can write plus 2 y 2 root 2z, right? And then again x and z terms are there, so plus 2 root 2x multiplied by 2 root 2 z. Now let us check first whether we have got the values or not. These three values we have already got. Now if you multiply this, 2 multiplied by root 2 is 2 root 2. We are getting it here. X, y is there. Then 2 multiplied by 2 root 2 is 4 root 2. We are getting it here also. Similarly, 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and root 2 multiplied by root 2 is 2. So 4 into 2, 8. That is also we are getting here, x and z. Now we need to check the minus sign is with only these two terms. And what is common here? Which variable is common here? Variable common is x. So what we will do? We will put minus sign with x. So let us say like this. So the whole formula will get converted into this form. It will become minus root 2x plus y plus 2 root 2z. So this is my final answer.